We'll talk today about Chapter 8, Equations. What's the learning objective? Change the dimension display type to identify dimension, value, name, or equation. Create equation between dimension to incorporate design intent to the model. Describe difference between model parameters and user-defined parameters. Create user-defined parameters in the model. Okay. So if I go to Inventor and File, New, and I choose as an example metric, template, create part millimeter, standard part millimeter, and I click on create. And then I start making 2D sketch. Let's say I choose this work plane, and I want to apply my simple rectangle. I will start center point. I will add 40, tab 20. So now I have dimension here 40. I have dimension 20. Let's say I want to add hole here, and I want to add dimension for the hole. Let's say 5. If you notice that the hole, the circle, still in purple color, and I told you before, if the color of any sketch remain purple, not black, that means it's not fully constrained. You can change anything of it. So if the diameter not exist here, dimension for the diameter not exist, that means I can easily change the diameter. See, like this. But once I put here dimension, see, now you cannot change the diameter, but still you can change the location. So I will add dimension from here to here, 13. And I will add dimension from here to here, 5. See, now what happened to this circle? It became black. Now that means it doesn't, it has fully constraint. We have constraint here, and we have dimension here. If I go down to this area to show constraint, and I type here, I will find that I have parallel, project, parallel, horizontal, perpendicular, all these constraints. Okay, if I click finish, and then I go to extrude, before I click finish, before I do extrude, okay? If I type here in the top, you will find next to the adjust color and clear, you will find FX and parameter. Or if you go to manage, you will find FX parameter. If you click on this one, FX, a new table will open for you, okay? Or if you click in the top here on FX in the top, if you click on it, a new table, and it has some information that we know. See, 40, 20, 5, 13, 5, okay? And you will find here something called sketch, and you find D0, D1, D3, D4, D5, okay? Okay. If I do like this, edit sketch, and let's say I added here another circle, and I add dimension here 3, and I added dimension here 5, and added dimension here 7, and press on FX, you'll find you have D0, D1, D3, D4, D5, D6, 40, 25, 13, 5, okay? Okay. Why we have D0? If you double click on this one, 40, you will find in the top something called D0. Double click here, D1, okay? If you go down, see here down to this one, you will find value, name, expression. If you click on value, which is already appear as a value, if you change it to name, will all become D1, D2, D3, D6, D7. See the dimension? This is called dimension name. What if I can modify this D0, D1, D3 to dimension that I know, and dimension that I can benefit from? Okay. What do you mean by dimension that I know and I can benefit from? Like this, I will show you. Double click on 40 and type here. Before I double click on 40, down here when you click on value and name, the third one called expression, which is name and value at the same time. So the first one is only value, the second one is only name, the third one name and value. Okay, now press on any one of these, not important, and double click on 40 and type like this: width width equal, don't leave space, equal 40. Go to 20 before, okay, type here height height equal 20. If you go down to name, now become width and height. If you go to expression, will become width equal 40, height equal 20. Okay, now the fx become little bit clear. See here, width 40, height 20. See, now it's more clear for me, especially if I have lots of dimensions. Let's go here again. What should I call this circle here? I can call it hole if I want, or circle 1, or circle diameter 1, or circle 1 diameter equal. I go here to this one, circle 2 diameter equal 3. What can I go to this one? Double click, circle 1, sorry, circle 1 location x in x direction equal to 5. This one here, circle 1 location y equal 13. Remove the minus, 13. Come here to this one, circle 2 location x equal 5. Come here, circle 2 location y equal 7. Now if I click on fx, I find that height, width, circle 1 diameter, circle 1 location بالy, circle 1 location in x, circle 2 diameter, circle 2 location x, circle 2 location y. Is this more clear? Of course, this is more clear. Okay. Now if I look here to consumed by, that means which part of the inventor used this one. In this case, it's called sketch, because the sketch I am using now, I am in the sketch mode. See here in the top, sketch. If you click done and click on finish sketch, and now go to extrude and click on extrude and type the value 10, go to fx again, you'll find extrusion added, but still D9, but it wasn't given any value or any expression yet, or any name. So what should I make in this case? I can make here مثلا, as an example, extrude 1, enter. You can type on the table. See here, width, height as an example. Come here and make capital if you want. You can type either on the table or in the dimension itself. Some of the students, as an example, they might add dimension and then later come to the table and edit. But I find it difficult to know which dimension belongs to which area, because later you will find only D1, D2, and you will not be able to distinguish between them. Okay, what's this D10 angle, degree? See, here distance, see unit. If you open this one, you find unit type. millimeter, that means distance, but this one degree, 0. And it was consumed by extrusion 1. I will go to extrusion 1, right click, edit feature, to see where is the degree. This one. So it's taper. You remember when I told you can add 10 as an example, and it will become like this, having angle. Or minus 10. See, minus 15. Okay, so edit feature, I will make it 0. I will go to fx, and I will call then extrusion or ext1 underscore angle. Enter. So I understand that this belongs to extrusion 1, and this is the angle for extrusion 1. By the way, from here, I think you can change also. Look. 10, 20. Okay, so you can change, or 0. Come to this one, 40, 60. Okay, 80. You can change from that. What if, this is a good question, what if I ask you to give me different length for the part? Can you see this one, the width that I type 80? What if I want you to make different values? Look here, go to sketch area or millimeter here or sketch, right click, make multi-value. When you right click and add multi-value, you will see the 80. You can delete it and go here and 50, add, type 150, add, type 200, add, type 85, add. Now what will happen? You will have from here a drop-down menu, and you can change the value based on the drop-down menu. Okay. I advise you to leave the computer now and just look to the equations, because this is advanced lesson. Okay, it's not modeling. Today we are not learning modeling at all. I am not teaching you how to model parts. Okay, I'm teaching you how to deal with parameters, equations, parameters, which is a little bit difficult. Okay, so I created drop-down menu. For those who didn't see me how to create a drop-down menu, I can do it for this one, height also. I go here to this area, sketch or millimeter or any one of these, and right-click and make multi-value. Then I will have a drop-down menu. I can keep the 20, and I can add this area in the top. I can click on add. See, it was like this. I come here and I click 50, add, 500, add, 200, add. Okay. I have, this is my drawing. Click here down, you will find 500. And you can click also on this one and choose 50. Or change this one to 200, this one to 20. So you can manipulate the part the way you want. But I want you to notice one thing. If I create here in 200 and 500, can you see the holes down? Can you see the holes? They are not in the middle or not in the center anymore. They are in the bottom. If I click here in 50 and you click here on 20, see, they are close to each other and close to the edge here. But down, if I click down in 200 and here 500, it is far away. Okay, how to solve this problem? Also in equations, we need to create a relation. How? I click on done, I go to this one, collapse the extrusion. I find my original sketch. Okay, right click on the sketch and I type on edit sketch. Okay, now I am in the sketch mode. Okay, so this is the 5. This is my hole. This is the 5 again. Location. This is the location. Circle 1 diameter. Circle 1 Y location. Okay, look what I will do now. Okay, I will go to circle 1. I want to put this hole in the center. Okay, I'll click on circle 2 location in X, double click, it will open. I will type this value. See, I did not type anything. I will move my cursor to this one and click on it. Click on this one, the width. Click on width, it will become width divided by 2. That means width over 2. Press enter. Now the hole become here. I will do this in Y direction. Click here. In this case, I will not type, I will go to height. Pass the cursor over the height, click, type divided by 2. Enter. Now where is the location of the hole? Here, in the center. Now, I will finish. See, the hole is here. Now, whatever I choose value, let's say I choose 50. I choose 20. This one will remain what? In the center. Done. I will go here, right click, edit sketch. Why this one remain in the center? Because I told the software I want this value to be height, whatever the height is, over 2. So if you change the height to 50, 20, it will not care. It will make it over 2. And go here to make width over 2. See here, other dimension, this one, this one. Width over 2. I asked the software. I didn't ask the software to make it 100 over 2. If you make 100 over 2, later when you go to equation and change this one from 100 to 200, it will not be correct. You have to type width over 2. Choose the model parameter, not the dimension itself. Okay? If you notice one thing also here, this hole in the center, okay, if you click on parameter and type on 200 and type here in 500, the hole still remain on the center, but there is one small problem. What? The hole diameter doesn't have any relation to the width and depth. That means if the depth increase, the hole will remain the same. What if I want to change that? Okay, I will do it. I will go to choose 50, make it small a little bit so the dimension will be close to each other. And go to right click, edit sketch, and come here and find this dimension, which is circle 2 diameter. Okay, and look what I will do. I will double click on it. I will say I can choose either width or height, whatever you want. I'll choose width over 3. Or if you find it too much big, width over 4 divided by 4. So if this one 50, this one should be what? 50 over 4. Okay, finish. Now this is my hole. What if I increase fx, go to here, type 200. See, this one will become big because I asked the software to make width over 4, but I didn't say anything related to height. Okay, so if the height is 200, if the height is 500, nothing will change. But if the height here is 85, it will become smaller. If the height is 150, it will become bigger. See 20, see 50, 85, 200. You get my point? It has relation with the height only. Okay, edit sketch again. I will go to this hole. I will say location. It's not 5 millimeter, is width over 3. So it will be in this area all the time. And location here, height over 3 in this area. Okay, I click here and I choose the diameter to be equal to this one. I pass the cursor on this one. Circle to location. No, not this one. I want this one. See, this diameter to be like this one, which is the circle 1 diameter, has percentage. See, so finish. Now, if I change the height to 50, both of them will become small. If I change the height to 150, both of them will become big, because I said this one equal to this one. Okay? One important note, what about the thickness? I don't want my part to become thin. I want my part also to increase in the thickness, which is extrusion. I go to F8 again. Can you see this one, extrusion? It has 10 millimeter. It doesn't have any equation. Okay, I don't want it to remain only 10 millimeter or 20. I want to give it percentage. So who can tell me what should I type to give it a value that has a relation? What do you think? I should type what? Width divided by 5 as an example. Let's say like this, width divided by 5. So it will become thick. Now if the width equal to 50, this will become thin. If the width become 200, this will become thick. So now all your, not all of you, we still didn't use this one, we still didn't use the degree, but if I am satisfied with this one, I am happy with what I did now, you can just simply click done and that's it. Can I do this for other extrusion? Yes, if you click here and you create another rectangle, let's say here, and you add dimension here, okay, you can say as an example width 2 equal. Also you can do like this. If you want to retrieve any dimension from the previous one, click on this one. If you don't know what's the parameter you entered, you don't need to go to fx and copy from here and go back. You can do like this. Once you are here, click on this one, list parameters, and you will find circle 1 diameter, circle 1 location x, circle 1 location y, circle 2 diameter, circle and height and width. Okay, whatever you input. So click on width and say divided by 6, let's say. So this is your, and I will click here, list parameters, height divided by 5 or divided by 6 also. Now I need to add location. So let me add location from here to here equal also list parameters width over 6, let's say. So I don't want it to be at given dimension. If I type like this, let's say 50, and I type here 20, what will happen? I will show you. Extrude, this one, I can call it all the way. I can call it extrude distance, extrude 2 equal to 40. Okay, let's keep it like this and keep here. Let's go to fx. You will find here this one, 40, and this one. Okay, see what will happen. Fx, change I will show you how this one will be affected. Change this one to 50 and change this one to 20. It will not accept, problem, because this one, okay, change it to 50 again. Now this rectangle will become like this size. Okay, change it to 500. It will become elongated. Change this one to 200. See, it will become big. But the distance still from here to here and from here to here the same. Okay, so this is what we have today. We learned about equations, how to implement equations, how to control my part using equations. And as you can see here, this is the equations D0, D1, and you can represent them by to create dimension. You must use dimension to display dimension type. Click, right click on the graphic, select dimension display, and you can change this one. You can change it from here. As an example, if you are edit sketch, see here dimension property. What it was the name? Let's see here. This dimension display. To display dimension display. Can you see it here, dimension display? Okay, or it's better to go from here and choose the value. This one, see dimension display. So you have to be in menu and you can click here, value, name, expression. Okay, so expression mean, as I said one more time, it's a value equal to a name equal to value, like width equal to 200. Expression, see, display type. If I said value, it will be only 200, and again, name equal width, and expression, two of them. Okay, so this is what the lecture today: value, name, expressions, and how to add dimensions, how to deal with dimensions, how to deal with parameters, and how to create here parameters. And you can apply it for every single part. If you're drawing, you can add user parameters as I show you, and you will have a drop-down menu. And you can, remember when I told you, you use this area to add number and click on add, and it will create drop-down menu down here and list of parameters to choose. This one, you don't need to go to the table. Click right click here, you'll find list of parameters, and then open and choose whatever you want from here, which is, as I said, this one. Edit sketch. Here, double click this one, table, list parameters, and choose whatever you want. Okay, we finished for today about parameters. I will stop the recording now. For us, the homework will be this one. Before you do the homework, the homework, I will tell you about it later. I want you to start now, create simple like this one. See, I will delete this one, the second one, and I will go to edit sketch. I will delete this circle. Simple rectangle with one hole, and create parameters. This is what I want from you. Okay, that's it. I click on the table. I want to see width, height, circle 2 diameter, circle 1 diameter, extrusion 1, like this, and add this one and create drop-down menu and add over 4, over 2, or equal. Sometimes you can add equal to height or equal to width, As an example, here you can do like this. See width. You can sorry, from here you can you see this one? If I as an example, done. If I did like this, fx parameters, and I click on multi-value, see I delete. See, delete this one, and delete this one, and delete this one, and I kept only 200. Okay, 200. I can go like this. I can go to any one of these, and I can say this one equal to width. Okay, so you will have. So yalla, I wanted to create. Done. Undo. I wanted to create simple part with parameters.